Excerpt from Know No Fear by Dan Abnett. Read by Dylan Crelly. Mark 0.20.34. At Bartor, the forests east of the Boros are on fire. Traitor titans lumber through the sparks and smoke billowing up from the canopy. They look like woodsmen tending a brush fire. Their weapon mounts pour destruction into the glades and cavities of the forest. Air support howls past. Down in the woods, the shattered remnants of the 111th and 112th Company's Ultramarines retreat before the reaping assault of the betrayers. Achilles and Proteus pattern land raiders, dressed in crimson and badged with abominable designs, demolish the tree cover and men alike. Mega bolters, grinding like unoiled fabrication plants, lacerate the world, reducing trees to fibers, rocks to dust, and bodies to paste. Ekritus moves backwards, firing as he goes, and Kaiser is nearby doing the same. Beyond him, a few other trusted men. Ekritus isn't even thinking about what's happening anymore. To do so would be to confront the unthinkable, and to leave his mind and wits with as much protection as the flimsy trees are currently affording his body. He is simply surviving. He is firing at anything he can cleanly target and falling back. They are buying time for the squads he has sent off at an expedited rate of retreat. Throne alone knows if they will draw clear, or find any shelter from the air cover that is sweeping across them. What's left of his companies are cut off from their heavy support. They haven't got anything in their arsenal that will stop the land raiders. Each of those beasts is felling a swathe of the forest ahead of it. Nothing at all will stop the Titans. Every time one of the marching giants speaks, booming its speaker horn in a howl of scorn and triumph, Ekritus feels his bones shake. He scrambles through brush, reloading his weapon on clips taken from the dead. The blood of others paints his armor, turning him crimson, a color he has an unexpectedly painful need to wash off. Bolt rounds snap and whine through the trees. One pulps leaves in a mist of sap. One hits a tree trunk, explodes, and collapses the ancient tree wholesale. One destroys Brother Kaladin's head and flips his corpse into a ditch. Ekritus finds a mossy slope, ducks under a root mass, and clambers up. Old stonework, the retaining wall of some earthwork built in the early years when this place was estate land. Smoke bores through the woodland space as if driven by an ocean current. Animals and avians are mobbing out of the devastated environment in teeming plague-year swarms. Nature in rout. A world turned upside down. He clambers higher still. He is above the tree line. He can see for many kilometers. He can see the world burning. On the plains beyond the forest expanse, he can see vast hosts assaulting the towns along the river and the port. Waves of men, tens of thousands strong, army, or what until an hour ago passed for army. Waves of men, of armor, formations of Titan engines, phalanxes of space marines, all of them hazed in the dust and smoke of their advance. The blot of their insult. The stain of their crime. Here alone, east of the river, he can see a mobilized force large enough to take a continent. A world, probably. And this just one muster of the Calth conjunction. He watches as it surges, a fluid mass sweeping aside everything in its path. There are so many burning ships and orbitals in the sky, it looks like 100 sunsets all happening at once. The actual sun, the Viridian system's pure blue-white star, is lost behind circumfulgent smoke. Ekritus wants to kill them all. He wants to face them and kill them one by one until there are none left, and the heat of his outrage is finally quelled. He senses movement. The first of the word-bearers appears. Behind him, two more, toiling up the earthwork slope. More come behind them. Ekritus stands to meet them. They do not shoot him. He hesitates, bolt gun in one hand, a power sword in the other. He is red, like them, except not by choice. They see his true markings under the sticky sheen of blood only as they draw close. By this time, as they react, he is already killing them. He shoots the first in the face. There is no time to appreciate the satisfaction of seeing the grilled helm explode, the pieces of bone and hair and brain matter eject in all directions. The second he hits in the gut, the third in the left shoulder, tipping him backwards down the hill into the men behind him. The fourth is another headshot. There is no fifth. No rounds left. Ekritus goes into them with his sword. He severs a wrist, a thigh, a neck. He impales a body and lifts it, hurling it like a sack down the earthwork rise. It crashes into its kin below. Two-handed, he buries the edge of the blade into the cranium of another helm, splitting it in half. One has dropped a bolt pistol. He snatches it up out of the bloody moss and fires twice into the chest of the next traitor on him, killing him cold. He kills the next two, then side smashes a man off the bulwark ridge to his left. But they're on him. There are too many. Enough to take a world, enough to bring a legion to its knees. They hit him. They beat him with gun butts and sword hilts. They pin him and club him down his knees, chipping and denting his armor until some of the blue shows through again. One of them tears off his helm. "Bastards! Bastards!" He yells at them. A fist pulps his face. Repeated blows to mash flesh and crush bone. He drools blood and teeth through swollen lips. One eye is gone. They drag him up. He's a captain. He's a trophy. A figure towers over him. Ekritus, half blind, realizes it's one of the Titans, advanced to face the earthwork. Its speaker horn booms. The word-bearers roar in answer and punch the air. When the Titan resumes its advance, knocking down the old earthwork and trampling the trees, Ekritus is crucified on its torso plates.